Does the Joker need to be nudged at time? Michael Malone gives us that answer. Plus, we have the Broncos schedule rumors. Welcome into your Denver Sports Daily for May 15th. Let's go.
Taking you through your morning headlines, it's Denver Sports Daily with Rachel V. Hill.
Let's start off with an incredible night last night, and that is as Nikola Jokic gets his third MVP in front of a sold-out crowd of 19,000 people at Ball Arena. Truthfully, one of the crazier games that I have ever been to, which we'll get into in just a second, but we have to give him his roses, essentially, because to be honest, Jokic did Jokic things last night, and after all of the talk about how he wasn't deserving and Shaq going on during the celebration and, just not giving him what he truthfully deserves, Jokic has gone out there and absolutely dominated the entire game. And last night was an honor, truthfully, for me to be able to tell you guys how much fun it was to watch him last night. The comments that I saw about Nikola Jokic, him just cracking me up in the post-game press conference. I'm literally going to put together a video of everything he said last night that was just absolutely hysterical, because I feel like the general public needs to see it all together. To know Nikola Jokic is to love Nikola Jokic. So he took the trophy and was immediately bombarded by his teammates, and it was quite literally one of the biggest honors of my lifetime to be able to watch him. So now we'll get into the Nuggets' actual game day, because first of all, Aaron Gordon picks up 2 fouls early in the first quarter. There are 8 minutes left, 8:19 left. And then things just kind of got out of hand very, very quickly. And the Nuggets had a 158.3 offensive rating in the third quarter. Jokic shot 8 of 9 with Gober as the primary defender, and it was the loudest I've ever heard Ball Arena. So now let's get into this part of the story, because Gober was fine, and Chris Finch, he throws some pretty deep shade. So Rudy Gober is once again in hot water for taunting NBA refs. The Timberwolves center was fined $75,000 for rubbing his fingers together in a money gesture towards the official during Sunday's Game 4 loss to the Denver Nuggets. Now, it's not Gober's first run-in with the league. He was fined $100,000 earlier this season for making the same gesture towards referee Scott Foster. Now, Finch is talking about Murray getting fined $100,000 for throwing a heat pack and towel on the court, as well as appearing to do the same money sign as Gober. So Chris Finch goes on to say, obviously you can't be showing up the officials like that, but I'd like to see the itemized receipt, because if it's $75,000 for the money gesture, it must be $10,000 for the towel and $15,000 for the heating pad. So it's just kind of a little bit of a head scratcher. Okay, I get that a little bit, but if it's your second offense, then maybe not so much. So Chris Finch, maybe just settle down a little bit on this. But hey, obviously the Nuggets go on to win last night. An absolutely incredible game. And Michael Malone had plenty of nice things to say about Nikola Jokic. Take a listen.
What his team needs from him.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be nudged, man. That's Nikola Jokic. He's 1-9, 3-time MVP. I don't have to nudge him. He reads the game, and I trust him 1,000%. I think it's just when he's being guarded one-on-one, go to work, and put the team on your back. And what's really neat is that, just after the game, I was talking with Jamal, and he said to me, man, he goes, Nikola's really good. What an understatement. Yeah. Some of the shots, some of the finishes, and what I love about that is, Jamal's really good too. And for them to appreciate one another and to never take each other for granted, I think is special. But yeah, no, Nikola, man, 15 of 22, made 2 threes, got to the foul line. He did everything for us tonight, and it was fun to watch.
Michael, we talked.
It was indeed fun to watch for sure, Michael Malone. And I love the love that Jamal Murray has for Nikola Jokic, giving him his roses as always. Like I said, last night was such an incredible game. So despite the drama, the early pregame drama that you're seeing on your screen, it was incredible to be able to watch Nikola Jokic and this entire Denver Nuggets team now starting to get their flowers from the national media. Of course, we will have Game 6 tomorrow night, Thursday night, and hopefully we're talking about a series-ending win, and then, we'll look ahead. But if you were wondering why the Nuggets game started so late on Tuesday night, it was partially because of this star. Indiana Fever rookie Caitlin Clark made her highly anticipated WNBA debut on Tuesday night against the Connecticut Suns. In her first game as a pro, Clark and the Fever fell to the Connecticut Suns 92-71 in a sold-out crowd at Mohegan-Sun Arena. Clark led her team in scoring with 20 points, which also tied a game high by any player. She made 4 3-pointers, shot 5 of 15 from the field, including 4 of 11 from 3, and added 3 assists. Though she led her team in scoring, Clark also had a rough first start and ended the night committing 10 turnovers, which was a WNBA record in debut. She committed 4 personal fouls as well. This is interesting, and a lot of people were talking about it because obviously when we look ahead to the Broncos and all the schedule updates that are going to end up happening, it's that time of the year where essentially today we're just going to be paying attention to all of the Broncos schedule leaks, and we're going to get to the Avs, so don't get me wrong. But we do have some that have already been leaked, and that starts with week 1, the Hawks open at home and Denver comes to town. And then week 2, Russell Wilson returns to Denver. That's going to be a highly, highly anticipated game. Of course, I actually got that one correct on my schedule preview. I will have that at 12 p.m. on Coffee Break, or you can check out Twitter. And then you got the Saints playing Denver on October 17th. Sean Payton's return to the Superdome comes on Thursday Night Football. So love seeing all of those different kinds of changes for sure. And it's going to be fun. Tonight, 6 o'clock is when we will actually see the full schedule be released. And we will, of course, have everything you need to know over at denversports.com. But back to some of the other changes that we got. The Giants will be the first team to host Hard Knocks offseason this season. And Netflix will broadcast 2 Christmas Day games. And then you've also got all of the international games. So we've got Brazil, the Packers, and the Eagles. We already knew about that. 3 games in London this year: Jets, Vikings, Jaguars, Bears, and then Patriots, Jags again. So 2 games for the Jags out there. I know they are used to traveling out there a ton. And then in Germany, we've got the Giants and the Carolina Panthers as well. So plenty of good stuff right there. But of course, like I mentioned also, you got to talk about Netflix that will now be broadcasting 2 Christmas Day games. I can't believe that. I'm a little pissed. One thing I do not have is Netflix. So I get it for the people that are mad about the streaming services. However, it is a Colorado Avalanche game day, everybody. And man, are we hoping that they can get back into it. This is actually wrong. Or no, this is correct. I lied to you. I'm a little tired today. I got home at 2 a.m., so don't mind me. But the Avs are down 1-3 in the series. Stars are up 3-1. 6 p.m. Mountain Time puck drop, so probably closer to 6:15 or 6:20 as well. That's just how hockey rolls. Can they keep this series alive? Gosh, I sure hope so, but we will definitely find out tonight. Otherwise, I'm worried we may be attending an Avalanche funeral tonight as well. So I see all of your comments coming in. So thank you guys so much for just spending a little bit of your time with me. Like I said, I'm a little tired today, but I'm still like on the high from last night when it comes to Jokic. It was such an incredible night. Like there was so much emotion out there. Ball Arena was the loudest that I had ever heard it in my entire life. It was insane. And yes, I know the NBA Finals were there last year, but it felt like a true rivalry game between Minnesota and Denver last night, and the crowd was for sure so into it. But I'm also kind of bummed because I do think that we will be seeing an Avalanche funeral today, and I do not think that they're going to win in Dallas. I think that it's going to end. We will not have a game on Friday, which is just such a huge bummer. And after the roller coaster of emotions we've been on with Val Nichushkin and everything, I'm really hopeful that I'm wrong and they will come out absolutely firing and they will get up first because they need to have a hot start. But let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments. And I always love to see that. So let's see. I love reading these comments though. This one, I want that shirt too. So actually all of the players ended up getting the Peyton Watson shirt. It was for Nikola Jokic MV3, which is so cool to say. So everybody got that shirt. Peyton Watson was obviously just spotted in it. It looked so sick. I would love to get my hands on one as well for sure. Smash that like button and share, guys. Clayton, thank you so much for spending just a small bit of your time with me this morning. But yes, if you guys could, if you're watching us on YouTube, please like, subscribe, come hang out with us. We go live every single morning at 10 a.m. for Denver Sports Daily. So I appreciate the love and support there as well. Let's see. I'm reading all of these, I promise. Rachel, what do you expect out of the Avalanche tonight? I'm thinking there will be some kind of rally and energy explosion, but don't see 3 straight wins, unfortunately. That is the unfortunate part about this entire situation. And after the locker room, I felt so 50-50. Some players you could tell were so frustrated and there was no overcoming it. And I felt that way even with Nathan McKinnon after they lost game 3 at home. He just didn't seem like he had any belief in this team. And I do think that the locker room is a little bit more jumbled. They're not getting along than a lot of people actually think. It just feels like there's definitely some off things. Now, of course, you hear the Val Nichushkin stuff and it comes out. So something in the locker room was definitely going on. But I don't know. Kale McCarr gave me a little bit of hope out there. Georgiev, kind of a little bit of hope, but other guys, I just felt like they were defeated. And I don't know. I need you guys to tell me how you feel about this. What we saw Michael Malone do with this Nuggets team, he knew the right buttons to push and the way to motivate his team. And that's a close locker room. I know that 100%. That locker room is very close. But it feels like Jared Bednar doesn't know the right buttons to push with this team. And I don't know if that's because during the cup run, Gabe Landeskog was the one pushing buttons, captain. We all love the captain, and there's no leadership in this. Like, yes, Kale McCarr and Nathan McKinnon can be amazing star players, but if they're not leaders in that locker room to a sense, then people aren't going to rally. So I don't know the answer to this, but I'm really frustrated and I'm really nervous because do I want to see Avalanche hockey end tonight? Absolutely not. Do I love going to Avs game days? Absolutely. But I am concerned that tonight is going to be the funeral for the Avalanche. And I just don't think that, I don't know. I don't want to say they don't have the heart, but it just feels like that they're missing some piece that can help them, fast forward enough to win this series. So that's kind of how I'm feeling. I don't know. It's kind of a bummer, if I'm going to be completely honest. I was really sad after games 3 and 4, and I'm so glad the Nuggets were able to get a win because I don't think I could have done another loss coming out of Ball Arena in that building for sure. So hopefully, just fingers crossed, we're talking about a win tomorrow morning and they can extend the series to Friday night for sure. Let's see. Netflix is only $16-ish. I agree, but when you have all the other subscriptions, then it's like, okay, well, here comes the other thing. So I'm going to pay $16 to watch the games on Christmas Day, which is just a huge bummer. So I get it, everybody, trust me, but it all adds up. Essentially, I saw that like Peacock and Netflix and something else are all teaming up, and I'm like, so we're reinventing cable at this point. Cool. Nice to know. Let's see. They better start fast like they haven't been. They don't look good this series. They do not look good. There's clearly been stuff going on behind the scenes. Losing Val Nichushkin is a major blow to this team. And hopefully they can. They now have had a little bit of time to digest the information that they got about Val and hopefully practice some different lineups. I mean, I know they do that all season anyways, because you never know if some player is going to get hurt. But when you're going into a game and you literally find out just a few moments before that like one of your top players is going to be out there, I do get that it can be a little bit of a harder adjustment. So hopefully they are able to. But that is going to do it for Denver Sports Daily today. Come hang out with myself, Andrew Mason. I'm going to be giving Nikola Jokic some serious flowers, so you're not going to want to miss it. We're going to touch a little bit on the Colorado Avalanche, and then we've got our schedule previews of what we think the schedule will look like. So far, I am 3 for 3, so let's freaking go on that part. And then you guys, I love you so much, and I will see you at 12 p.m. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everybody. Bye.